Chapter 1. You are listening at famvetv.info. On the planet named Chakravartin unanimously by its inhabitants in honor of the power of chakra and the benevolent sage who ruled for centuries in the golden age of peace. In this planet filled with mysterious wonders, a place named Konoha had come to exist recently after many wars and tragic events taking place. The continent named as Land of Beginnings, Gaia had finally seen peace after a millennia of war and destruction, where the nature could be felt to cry out in outrage, which was especially felt by the sages disabling them from using their full powers in battle. Finally the clans had joined and made their own place in the world where they cooperated together, but that was only ringing warning bell for something bigger. But for now the new and established Konoha was in festive mood. Its citizens could be seen drinking and partying to music, while people from different clans tried to interact with each other. But within the peaceful environment a dark and ancient force was at work to diminish the joy that had been earned through countless sacrifices. While everyone was feeling happy, Madara, the head of the Uchiha clan and co-founder of Konoha, was feeling depressed and filled with anxiety, followed with primal rage that had been growing for the past days. He could feel the stares of the people showed no respect towards him. Even his own clansmen seemed to be isolating him, and biggest worry was that he could see the changes in his best friend Hashirama, that he could even approve, as his brother had been showing signs of change and distrusts. This and the death of his brother had been adding to his negative feelings, though he sometime felt the gaze of an ancient monster on him or this place. He thought he might be losing it, but there is nothing impossible in this world. So it could be something important, but he didn't dare share this with others in case they framed him of losing his mind in this delicate situation. He walked quickly to the center of Konoha where the Hokage Tower existed. In this place the meeting was going to take place to finalize his position as the first Hokage of Konoha. Madara walked slowly towards his destination, feeling extreme discomfort the closer he got. For the first time in his life he felt he should run away from here and never come back, that something horrible was going to happen. But he caught himself from acting like a coward and regained his composure as one of the strongest in the world and entered the meeting chamber. Inside the room the clan heads and a citizen representative were seated on a round table. The room was silent when Madara entered and they waited for him to take his seat, so he complied. Madara looked towards Hashi with confidence, indicating for him to start, but what he got was not short of a nightmare. The friend he trusted the most looked at him with extreme distrust and disgust, followed with shame. Hashi got up from his seat and proceeded to say things that changed the fate of the world forever. Madara, still sitting in his place, endured the gazes and felt his rage skyrocketing more he listened. They accused him of killing his own brother for power and said he was going crazy with false statements by the denizens, and worst of all, even his own clan. He could not take this insult. Madara slammed his palm on the table, destroying the room along with the building, with rage clearly felt in his voice. How dare you, weak little scum! How dare you paint my love for my brother in this light? I will fucking murder all of you. Especially you, Hashirama Senju. I trusted you like a brother, and this is what I get for being loyal friend. You trust these weak little trash that only know how to cower behind others. You see, they are only doing this to take revenge on me for killing their people that I am disappointed that I consider trash like you my friend, you backstabbing piece of shit. I understand why you accepted their accusations, because they want you as Hokage it. I was already feeling unwelcome in this disgusting place already. I am leaving, and I promise you will rue the day you betrayed my trust. After Madara finished his piece he disappeared from the place and appeared at the Uchiha clan, from which he retrieved everything he deemed important, and vanished from Konoha. At the wreckage of the Hokage Tower, Hashirama was on his knees feeling extreme guilt that tears could be seen in his eyes. He felt today he had lost something very important and there was no going back. The regret he felt was very suffocating that he had trouble breathing, but before he could develop into much worse, his brother Tobirama along with his beautiful wife Mito came and assured him that everything was okay and that he did nothing wrong. The ancient devil was laughing at the magnificent play that was in the making. Just like it had for millennia, it continued to play with lives of these pitiful mortals. The problem that started that day began to unfold into the biggest tragedy Konoha had experienced. Madara Uchiha, the deserter and outcast of Konoha, had returned along with the Kyuubi, the nine-tailed beast, to rain down vengeance on the targets of hatred and to recreate Konoha from the ashes. Hashirama, his rival, was the only one in his way, and so they fought for days, causing massive damage to the surroundings, and the stray attacks caused many cities and islands to disappear from the map, which even Hashirama could not help avoid the casualties. Hashirama tried reasoning with Madara, but the last straw broke the camel's back, as Madara had targeted Konoha and ended up causing massive destruction to the Uchiha and the Senju clan. Hashirama listened to his demons and accomplished something that history would always point him as the biggest idiot in the history of the world, with no one to support his choice that day other than the crazed cultists. He, with the help of his wife, who ended up being disinherited by her family, chose to comply with her husband/s choice, sealed the remaining tail beasts and gave them away without any agreements, for free. The changes in the shinobi started happening with the potential of the beast, and along with the rise in their population they began to see the mortals as lower beings, but obviously not everyone, but the number increased with time. The only thing keeping everything in check was Hashirama himself, but this didn't last long. With the unexpected and unexplained death of Hashirama, the strongest known being on the continent, the status quo was destroyed and Age of Shinobi took a step forward with occupation of the Land of Lightning by the Raikage, and so the others followed. The second Hokage Tobirama had just grieved the death of his beloved brother when he was put to office to handle the rising changes in the world. The changes were happening at rapid pace, and the only thing he could do was follow the current of fate, but unlike others, the occupation of Land of Fire by Konoha was almost bloodless, as the people in power had not put any resistance and surrendered with conditions that were for its citizens' well-being. Tobirama complied with the conditions and put normal people in positions in power, as he didn't want to isolate them and cause discrimination. The clans divided the land between themselves, each getting a portion that satisfied their desire to rule, with the Senju and Uchiha getting the bigger chunk for being the founders. They decided to change the name of the country to Kingdom of Konoha, while introducing many changes into the system, along with making a public library for the people to learn at their leisure, but the high levels would be limited to ranks. The introduction of the education system was also implemented, with the normal people having their own while the shinobis had a separate one. But the shinobi one also separated into two different branches, one for the average potential and the other for special cases, which meant clan children were directly put in the advanced academy, while the clanless had to go through a test to decide their fate. This system spread throughout the continent and increased the strength of shinobi and advancement in research of different subjects. It has been 6 decades since Gaia had been taken over by the shinobi. In the capital of Konoha, the prime jewel city called Utopia, where many aspiring talents came to visit every year, was a bustling with people like always. At the entrance of the city, a pink-haired young girl of 13 years could be seen taking in the sights, giving away that she was from other cities and her first time visiting. Sakura Haruno had arrived in a train for her admission to Konoha/S Royal Academy and finish her training to become a shinobi. She had been worked hard by her parents since her birth and had proved her talent by getting to place many would consider a dream. As her parents had been busy with their duties, she had arrived alone with ticket provided to her by the academy along with her admission pass. It was first time being here and she found the place huge, as she was from one of the border cities that were less advanced in comparison at the moment. She looked at her map to guide her to her destination while she avoided colliding with the human traffic along the way. Sakura felt really terrified of some of the gazes from the people as they looked at her in loathing manner. She was not used to the clan people looking down on others, as in a small community the people are used to each other, unlike in bigger places. After an hour of agonizing moments, Sakura arrived at the academy entrance, where she showed the pass and entered. The academy was enormous as expected and made her excited at the prospects provided to students here, which means she would also partake in such. She had the expectation of her parents that had only attended the normal academy but had not given up, and so her father had broken expectations and become a jounin, which made him well known in the social circles. She went to the admin building where she got registered and was told the rules along with information about her boarding. Sakura was guided towards her room by a mortal blood who showed extreme respect for her, which made her feel weird, as in her place everyone treated each other equally. Her parents had warned her not to make trouble by using her home logic at the place as it would cause her trouble with the clan children. Finally, after 10 minutes of going by a car, they finally reached the dormitory as she had declined the offer to loom around, opting for rest. In another part of Utopia, a young teen was sitting on top a giant tree that went as high as 10 kilometers. It was in the middle of the Forest of Death, which was just 50 km/s from Utopia and was used as a part of a test by the Advance Academy for graduation purpose. It was filled with beasts of wide variety that were too strong for most chunin and some beasts that could kill jounins. Forest of Death was not the most dangerous area in Konoha, but it was well known. The teen looked over the world from high up and enjoyed the scene while all beasts made sure to avoid his presence like the plague. Why am I even here? What is this place? Why have I become younger? I seriously dislike being short again. Naruto Uzumaki sighed and groaned at his state of being. The result was apparent, and Naruto found it hard to break the barrier of the world, which means he was unable to make portals to leave this dimension because the space was too powerful or something was blocking it. This place is truly monstrous. Look at the size of this world and the things in this place. The space here is so hard to break, and damn, what is that barrier? Naruto thought as he looked at the sky and saw the barrier that was invisible to most people. Even though such a thing was unexpected, Naruto wasn't depressed or troubled. He was happy, truly filled with joy as he finally had something to play with. After the war, there was no mission and no more fights. Everything was boring, people were just too fragile and not worth his effort. He used his time on playing around with the ninja arts and helping the world onto the right track. His mind had really changed from before, as he did enjoy experimenting, which was similar to his younger self when he wished for many jutsus, and now he had a library of them. So are you coming out or not? Naruto muttered nonchalantly. Menma. A young woman of 20 appeared in front of him. Hana, Naruto replied as he looked at her with surprise, as in his world the girl was quite fragile, but here she gave of a powerful feeling and presence. Interesting. Naruto thought as he stood up. If he was Menma, I wouldn't have approached him when he is alone. Hana realized and became wary of the newcomer with the same body as Menma. Naruto Uzumaki, at your service. Hana Inuzuka, would you mind entertaining me for a bit? I will repay you for this favor. Naruto muttered with a smile as he moved, and Hana found herself blasting through the air. Hana felt her abdomen was about to be crushed, the pain was intense. Naruto was still standing in place with his arm stretched. Good, better than expected. Naruto muttered as he found Hana stopping herself in the air. It was one of the techniques that he had created in his world. They know how to do the air walk and flight with wind. Naruto was smiling at the sight and waited for her actions. Hana looked at Naruto and realized that she was dealing with a powerful enemy. He was too fast and casual about it. I can take him. Hana thought as she activated the intruder alert. Wow, Naruto muttered in surprise. I hope you enjoyed. Listen to the full novel at famvetv.info, direct link in the description.